A warm greeting to all and welcome to WE8591 Digital Signal Processing DSP lecture series. In this video, we are going to discuss about sampling theorem, sampling techniques, quantization error, and then Nyquist rate and aliasing effect. Let us start with some introduction for having such topics in DSP paper. Because nowadays most of the signals what we are using in our daily life are analog signal. It is continuous in time and amplitude. The best example is speech and weather signals. And if we are going to use this analog signal only by means of analog system, it is not much efficient when comparing with digital system. And also most of the processing, that is a processor, and they are very effective nowadays, and such effective signal processors or digital signal processors nowadays. So obviously it will require digital information for doing some process some operations in it. So nowadays we are moving to a digital signal rather than purely using this naturally available analog signal. So we are going to convert this analog signal into a digital signal because we are having digital transmission, digital communication, everything. So for having such type of system, we are what we have adapted, we are converting this naturally available analog signal into a digital signal. And also we are having some advantages in digital system comparing with analog system. Here we are having some list of advantages for a digital system. It is very immune to noise and it can be stored very easily and processed with the more efficient and effective algorithms. It is secure, robust and cost effective too. So these are the advantages of a digital system comparing with analog system. So it is very clear that we are in need of digital signal, but the naturally available signal is analog signal. So now we are going to convert this analog signal, that is naturally available signal, into one digital signal. So we are going to convert this analog signal into a digital signal, and it is only for doing some process within a digital system. So we human can't understand such type of digital signal or discrete signal. So in order to retrieve back, or if you want to hear the message what the sender have sent, we have to hear that analog signal. So again we are in need of analog signal at the receiver side. So in order to get back that analog signal from this transmission medium, again we are going to convert this digital signal into an analog signal. That digital to analog conversion, we are calling that as a reconstruction of analog signal. So we are converting the natural signal analog into a digital for ease of transmission and communication. And for hearing or for receiving the original signal what the sender have sent at the receiver side, again we are getting that analog signal from that digital signal. And so totally we are having analog signal at the sender as well as at the receiver side, but in the medium, that is in the medium, it means for transmission alone we are in use of digital signal. So first thing is we are converting analog signal into one digital signal, and then from digital to analog conversion also required to get the original message signal from the sender side. So this is the process what we are going to discuss now in this subject, that is here we are having analog signal, and from this analog signal we are going to get digital signal, and we cannot directly get digital signal from the analog signal. So for getting this digital signal we require three major processes. The first one is sampling, second one quantization, and third one encoder. So with the help of sampling we can convert this analog signal into a discrete time signal, that is continuous time signal into a discrete time signal. And for converting such continuous time to a discrete time signal we require a process called sampling. the representation of sampled analog signal is x of n ts, where n is nothing but the number of samples, ts is the sampling interval, it is the reciprocal of sampling frequency. And after quantization, this discrete time signal will be converted to a discrete time, discrete amplitude signal. Here the sampling output is having the continuous in amplitude, whereas the quantization output is discrete in both time and amplitude. So, and after encoder, we are getting the complete digital signal. It is purely in binary form, that is, when the values will be either 0 or 1. So this is the process we require to convert analog signal into a digital signal. So first process is sampling, second one quantization, and third one is encoder. So we'll discuss about quantization in the forthcoming videos. Thank you.